You're not going to want to miss this, especially if you watched and commented on my last video about the number 888 and new beginnings coming to you. But first, I give all thanks and praise to my Father in heaven. He is my everything, and He is so, so, so good. Thank you so much to every single person who has watched my videos. Thank you for your likes and your comments. Thank you for sharing, and I am praying for all of you. My last two videos have received an overwhelming response, so if I have not acknowledged your comment or responded to it yet, please forgive me. I'm working on responding to as many comments as I can. Now, I have got something huge for you. This happened on Saturday, June 22nd, the day after the strawberry full moon. I took some of these pictures and videos myself. Where I live, we had a storm. I live in southern Arizona, and it is where we have a monsoon season, during which we can experience thunderstorms daily for several months. The storm on Saturday knocked out my power, and once it seemed to pass, I went to the park. The sky was still very dark, but it wasn't raining. I sat there and began to respond to comments on the last video I made, where God gave me a word about a new beginning coming for many, a fresh start, and a resurrection experience. I looked up in the sky and I saw a small rainbow. But first of all, no rainbow is small. I just couldn't see all of it because part of it was hidden behind the clouds. The longer I looked at it, the more vibrant the colors became, and then more and more of it became visible. After a while, I realized a second rainbow appeared, and I was staring at a double rainbow in absolute awe. As I got in my vehicle and started to drive home, I was able to see the full rainbow from the road. I saw the huge arc from one side to the other and drove right underneath the arc of the rainbow. Here is the word, and here is the revelation. In Genesis 9:13 through 17, God promises a rainbow as a sign of a covenant between himself and the earth. The passage says, I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for a sign and the covenant between me and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. God also says that when he sends clouds over the earth and a rainbow appears, he will remember his promise to never again destroy all life with a flood. I was doing some research when I was looking into all of this during this experience, and then on Christianity.com, I found this. It had a question, and the question was, what is the meaning of the rainbow in the Bible? The answer that they put on there was, it is intriguing that so many myths explain the rainbow as some sort of supernatural bridge, because the most important theme that the rainbow illustrates for us is God's gracious and grand purpose of redemption to give humanity a chance to start again. It is a sign of a new beginning, a promise, and a covenant. And from this experience, I have 5 specific words for you that are listening. This is for someone who is listening, and you are going to know if it is for you. Number 1, God is confirming his word with you. He is going to do just what he said he would do. In Numbers 23:19, it says, God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said it, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken it, and shall he not make it good? Number 2, God is bringing you through the storm. Psalm 91:2 says, I will save the Lord. He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Number 3, the flood will not destroy you. Some of you are going through a flood situation. You've been through a flood situation, but God is saying, even though you have been in the midst of the flood will not destroy you. Isaiah 43:2 says, when thou pass through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. And Isaiah 59:19 says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. I don't care what kind of flood situation you're going through. You got everything coming at you from every single direction. You can't go to the left. You can't go to the right. You may not know what to do and you might feel overwhelmed. But even if you are in that type of situation, God is in the situation with you. He's not going to let it overtake you. He's not going to let it overflow you. And when the enemy comes in like a flood with all of this mess, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. I speak that a standard is being lifted up right now in your situation against the enemy. Number 4, you won't always see the full blessing, but that doesn't mean the full blessing isn't there. 1 Corinthians 13:9-10 says, "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away." And at first, I was looking at part of a rainbow. I could only see a small section of it, but that didn't mean the entire rainbow wasn't there. You might be looking at part of a blessing today, but the entire blessing is there. You just can't see it all yet. The whole rainbow was there the entire time, but I could only see part of it. And then after I could see more of it, then another rainbow, a second rainbow appeared, and there was a double rainbow in the sky. It was double confirmation of what God is doing. So that brings me to word number 5, and that is God is going to bless you with a double portion blessing. Some of you have been through so much, but you're about to get a double portion blessing. Isaiah 61:7 says, "Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion. And instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. And so you will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours." Once upon a time, I preached a message titled "Double for Your Trouble." Some of you have been through so much, but you are about to receive so much more. If you want me to pray for you and you are believing God for a double blessing, please type double in the comments. Please like this video if it blessed you and share it with someone you think it will bless. I will be back soon. In the meantime, keep walking with God.